What's up everyone, my name is Alpha and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Blazing Emerald, the newest update on this ROM hack, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Blazing Emerald Hardcore Nuzlocke using only shiny Pokemon? So obviously, to get the rules down quickly, a Nuzlocke is your first encounter in each route, is the only Pokemon you can catch. In our situation, the first shiny Pokemon we encounter in each route is the only Pokemon we can catch, and that seems kind of stupid over time because I'm not going to encounter each Pokemon in each route because I'm not going to shiny hunt in each route. As well, fainting will equal death, so I got to box the Pokemon, I can't use them again, and that's going to be a pain because they are shiny Pokemon, so they do take a longer time to encounter than regular Pokemon. And now we have to include the hardcore aspect of the rule set. Hardcore means we cannot use items inside a battle. We can use hell items, but no items inside a battle from our bag. And we have to play on hard mode, which is in the game. As well, you have to play on set mode, which you can switch out after every Pokemon. And you can over level your Pokemon. This is a GBA ROM hack game, so the level cap is on the top right of the screen at the moment. And finally, the most important rule to every single challenge video in my channel, each of my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the comments I picked out for this challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my future challenge videos, just drop in comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down there, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. Oh yeah, follow my Twitter. Wait, follow my Twitter. We gained like 20 followers since the last time I plugged my Twitter, so go follow it. I do take suggestions better on there because I'm on there most of the time. A few of you guys have tweeted at me, so thanks so much for that. Anyways, let's get into the challenge video itself. Even though this is an Emerald game, the starters are completely different from a regular Emerald game. The starters are Pikachu, Clefairy, and an Eevee. And now I started to shiny hunt Pikachu, but this takes so much extra input that I decided to just give up on it and decided to go for Eevees instead, because Eevee is like 4 button presses and then a reset each time. Now unfortunately though, I looked away for 1 second though, and after like 2 or 3 hours of soft resetting, I came across a shiny Eevee. Unfortunately, I reset it and I had to pause the recording to see what happened because I just soft reset it over a shiny Eevee for no reason, and I was pretty upset about that. I took a break from this and then had to restart again. Another 2 or 3 hours later, we finally get our shiny Eevee and we can finally progress through the game. Soft resetting over shiny is not the best feeling in the world. I think I've done it twice now on my channel, which is very unfortunate. And it's the same Pokemon too. I think I did it with an Eevee in the past as well. So we go through the tutorial of the game and then we head through the first few routes of the game. We just want to get a feeling of what Pokemon are in each route. Now since the first gym is going to be obviously a rock type gym, we want to go for like a grass type or a water type, and luckily we are going to shiny hunt in route 3. I think we encounter a shiny Poliwag in here, so we're going to catch a Poliwag. That's going to be our second member on our team. And now we're going to head towards Rustboro City, train up our Poliwag, and head into Route 116. Here we're going to continue shiny hunting. Roxanne kind of scared me, so I wanted to make sure I can catch a Pokemon in here and have like a father Pokemon just in case. We catch a Whismur. We could have got anything better, but we got a Whismur. We almost knocked it out on accident with a tackle, and lucky enough it survived on like 2 HP. We could catch it with a Pokeball, and now we have 3 members on our team. As we head into the fight against Rustboro City's gym leader, Roxanne. Roxanne's can start the battle with an Aeron. I'm going to start the battle with my Poliwag, obviously. Poliwag's going to hit the Hypnosis, and then hit him down with a Water Gun. 2 Water Guns would knock out the Aeron, and then Geodude comes on next. I'm able to Water Gun one-shot it, of course. And then he sent out this cool Marini thing that I've never seen for the rest of the game. But we're able to Hypnosis it down. What type? It's obviously Rock type, but it's not Water type because it's super effective to Water. But 3 Water Guns would knock him out, and down it goes. And we beat the first gym leader of the game. Roxanne goes down, and we're going to head into Dewfoot Island next. Now, we tried to shiny hunt multiple times. In the cave, it did not work. We could not find anything for a good 2 hours. And then we're going to head into the grass over here. Still couldn't find anything. So we're just going to give up. We're going to evolve our Whismur into a Loudred, and we're going to face off against the second gym leader of the game. Now the second gym leader will be a Dark type gym leader, and we're going to start the battle using our Loudred. Loudred's going to Uproar, knock out the Murkrow one shot. Unfortunately though, it's going to hit the Sneasel really hard with an Uproar, but it's not going to knock him out as the Sneasel knocks me out. Yeah, I have an Eevee in the back with Quick Attack, knock out the Sneasel, and I can switch out into my Water type against the Houndour, Hypnosis down the Houndour, and 2-shot him and knock him out. Unfortunately though, we do lose our Loudred, which is it could have really been helpful because now we're stuck with an Eevee and a Water type for the Electric Gym coming up, and we already have a Death on our encounter. So once we head into Malwo City, I had to use a Water type in this Electric Gym, so I decided to go back into Deerfoot Cave and shiny hunt something. Hopefully I get a Geodude, or we actually get lucky and we found ourselves a Hoenium. Dunsparce is the new forms in this game. It's basically like Alolan forms or Galarian forms, but Hoenn. We find ourselves one of these, and we're gonna catch it on a team. It's really nice. I think it turns into a dragon type. It does evolve eventually. Then we're gonna go into Marvel City's gym, the Electric Gym, and lucky for us, Dunsparce has Dig, its ground type move, and it's able to knock out the opposing Dunsparce of Watson's team. Also, our Dunsparce has an ability that draws electric moves to it. I think it's Lightning Rod. So I just take all the electric moves from the Luxio and then just knock them out using Dig. Electric comes on next. Electrode only has electric moves as well, so this is a perfect Pokemon for us to capture. Unfortunately, it's going to explode in front of us and knock me down to 18 HP. And the Magnezone comes out next. I was scared it's going to use Tri-Attack or something, so I switched out into my Jolteon. Luckily, Jolteon can survive an overcharge, which causes him to be paralyzed. So I switched out into my own Dunsparce because at this point he only uses electric moves anyway. So we actually 1v1 Watson basically just with my Dunsparce, and we get the third gym badge of the game. Really easy. This is a perfect Pokemon for us to capture at that time. But anyways, from there we're gonna move across. There's no Pokemon in any of these routes that really intrigue me, so I don't want to catch anything in here as we head into the next gym of the game, where we face off against Flannery. Flannery is giving me the fire type gym leader of the game, something that Diamond and Pearl does not have any fire types at all. So we're gonna start the battle against her using our Poliwrath. We evolve our Poliwrath using a Water Stone, Mawile City, I believe. So I'm just gonna put it to sleep and set up Rain Dance. Take a Signal Beam, didn't do too much, so I'm able to set up Rain Dance and knock him out using Bubble Beam. Next up, she's gonna send out a Rapidash. I want to put it to sleep, survive a bounce luckily, and then I could put it to sleep and then Bubble Beam knock him out. Next up, she can switch out to Skarmory. Luckily, Skarmory does not knock me out or have any flying moves. I can Hypnosis it, Bubble Beam 2 times, and knock him out. And her final Pokemon is a Camera Up. It's in the rain. It's gonna go down in one shot. So we knock out Flannery. Poliwrath is actually a really good Pokemon, surprisingly. I did not know how good it was because it has Water Absorb and it has good like physical and special attack. Anyways, we're gonna go into Norman's gym next in Petalburg City. We run out of trainers to fight because our Pokemon need to be level 40 at least. Unfortunately, there is nothing for us to get in here, so we had to go back all the way into this house over here to get some XP. We're just really trying to get to level 40 before the next gym. Eventually, we do get 40, and we face off against Norman in his normal type gym. He can start the battle using his Lununu against me. I want to use the move Pummel. Pummel is basically Power Up Punch, but like 90 power, so I could one-shot his Lununu and get an attack boost, and then Pummel one-shot the Ursaring, and then one-shot the Blissey. Get an attack boost again, so that I could one-shot the X-Cloud, and then he can send out his Slacking. I want to avoid this thing because it's going to obviously outspeed me. Send in my newly evolved Dunsparce. I want to yawn it down and then avoid the Earthquake. Survive it pretty easily, and luckily it stays asleep for a long time. And I could pummel it 3 times to knock him out, and we beat the Slacking. And we beat Norman. We get the 4th gym badge of the game. That actually comes with a lot of things for us. We have access to surf now, so we surf past Rustboro City, past Meteor Falls, into this route up here. We go into this cave, and if we do 4 puzzles, 4 of these Ruins of Alph puzzles, we can actually get into this secret room where we get a shiny gem. Now this shiny gem ups our odds of getting shiny Pokemon. So it's actually really useful for us as we go in here. I'm just exploring the route, and then I come across this shiny Tentacle. It's a new route. I haven't encountered a Pokemon like this before. I could catch the Tentacle as my encounter. It's pretty nice. It's electric water type, I believe, so it's pretty interesting. From there, we're going to beat Shelly. I know that we're not doing too much of the story, but the story is just basically Emerald. It's just basically Emerald. Jolteon cleans her up, and then we could go into this route. We're looking for an Absol or a Pinsir or a Heracross. Any shiny of those forms would be great. Unfortunately, though, we get a shiny Duosion. We get a shiny pair for our Pokemon in this encounter, and unfortunately, we had to give up Absol and Heracross and Pinsir. Not the best trade-off, but we get a 5th Pokemon. Might be a good sack in the future. We also go back into Slateport City. There is an encounter for us in here. I just want a flying type so I can fly around. Luckily for us, we're able to catch ourselves a Farfetch. Shiny Farfetch. This shiny gem is coming in handy right now. I got like 3. I just doubled my team in like not too long. It was like an hour, maybe 2 hours of shiny hunting for these 3. As we head into Winona's gym next, Winona's going to be the flying type gym leader of the game. We're going to start the battle using our Jolteon to Thunderbolt to knock out the Pelipper, and then Thunderbolt knock out the Aerodactyl. As with Speed Boost, I can outspeed anything. She can switch out to a Dodrio. This Dodrio is a ground type, so I want to switch into my Farfetch, unfortunately. I should have really sacked my Duosion here, but you know, I thought I could evolve it. Funny enough, I never evolved that Duosion. So I'm able to quick attack, knock him down to half HP, and I switch out into my Dunsparce, which can Dragon Pulse and knock him out. Next up, she can switch out to her own Farfetch. I can Thunderbolt it, knock him out, and then she can switch out to Tropius. I switched out into my Tentacruel, which will Ice Beam, knock him out, and we beat Winona. Unfortunately, we put another death on the counter. Should have really put Devotion up there, but it's okay. It's okay. After that, we're going to go into Mount Pyre. We're going to get the Shadow Ball TM and then head into the story, obviously. Face off against Team Aqua members and beat Dexy in his hideout. From there, though, we could go into Lily Cove City. Lily Cove City has this secret shop with a Team Magma and Team Aqua Grunt. You can buy some pretty nice items in here. We get the Everlight and also a Curse Sash and some air balloons just in case. The Everlight is just an Eviolite, so put that on Devotion would be nice. And then we're going to head into Moss Deep City, where we face off against Tate and Liza's gym. We're going to teach Shadow Ball to our Pokemon because they're infinite use TMs, obviously. From there, we can face off all the trainers in here and face off against Tate and Liza for the 7th gym badge. They're going to start off the battle using a Hypno and a Grumpig. I'm going to start the battle using my Jolteon and my Dunsparce. Fake out the Grumpig first and then Shadow Ball down the Hypno. So the following turn, I could double knock out the Hypno and Grumpig. Next up, the Alakazam and Renewcleus comes out next. I want Shadow Ball using my Jolteon on the Alakazam and then Cloud Burst him. It's basically Draco Meteor but flying type. And Cloud Burst will actually one-shot the Renewcleus. Knocked out Alakazam down to red HP. And I decided to double attack the Lunatone next because we need some damage against it. I know my special attack is dropped, but I mean, Dunsparce is pretty tanky as a Pokemon and has a lot of special attack anyway. So I decided to stay in. Shadow Ball to knock out the Lunatone and then Shadow Ball to knock out the Alakazam. And their final Pokemon will be a Solrock. I want to save, obviously, my Jolteon, switch out into my Tentacruel, and then Liquidation mixed with a Shadow Ball will knock out the Solrock. And we beat Tate and Liza without dropping a single Pokemon. It's amazing out here. It is the perfect scenario. Next up, we're going to face off against Maxie and Chloe, I think, Courtney, who we switch into our Water type, and Steven Stone has his Metagross, and I'm able to knock out the rest of his team with it. Just a mixture of Metagross and Poliwrath just working together to knock him out. And I don't think we lose a single Pokemon. Oh no, we do end up losing the Metagross, but that's not our Pokemon. We don't lose a single Pokemon to this final battle, and we can move on from there. Next up, we're going to go into the Team Aqua Submarine here. We don't have all our HM users. In this game, you could replace HMs, and as you can see, I could just switch in between HMs and then move everything. So that's amazing for us. We're going to travel to the top of the city next, but we get sidetracked as we find ourselves a Chinchou. This cool ghost-looking Chinchou, I want it on my team. So I decided to shiny hunt for it. It is a route that we did not get a shiny Pokemon on. We're able to find ourselves a shiny Chinchou. This Chinchou is nothing special at all. As you see, it's just green eyes. And we catch it on the team, put it on the team. And then we're going to go into the Sky Pillar where we encounter our final Pokemon. We wanted an Aerodactyl, and we did get a shiny Aerodactyl. Catch it with a Master Ball because I don't think I have enough Pokeballs to catch it. But after that, we're going to go into the 8th gym of the game. We're going to face up against Juan. Juan's going to be the Water type gym leader of the game. We're going to start the battle using our Poliwrath against him. We're going to Hypnosis down and then Belly Drum up. Pummel will knock out the Glalie. I should have put Waterfall on my Poliwrath instead of Rock Tomb, but I knew there's a Frostlass in here. I needed to knock him out. Rock Tomb will knock out the Frostlass in one shot. Mamoswine comes out next. Pummel will knock him out, and then his Ace, which is a crystallized Steelix. It's amazing. Unfortunately, Pummel is +6 attack, so I think I can knock him out. And unfortunately for him, I survive a Freeze Dry from his Weavile. Ooh, almost knocked me out, but Pummel will knock him out as we beat Juan for the 8th gym badge of the game. Next up, we can go into Victory Road. Again, we gotta switch around the HMs. Luckily for us, we can switch out HMs easily. And once we get through Victory Road, we can head into the Pokemon League and face off against the Elite Four. Before we do that though, we're gonna do a bit of training. We need our Pokemon up to level 60. That is the level cap, but we also have rare candies that we've been saving up. We have about 10 rare candies, so we get our Pokemon up to like 61. And then we can finally head into the Elite Four and face off against the Elite Four challenge. First Elite Four member we're facing off against is Phoebe. Phoebe's gonna be the Ghost type Elite Four member. We're starting the battle using our Jolteon. Thunderbolt will knock out her Moga. And then with the weather, the black sky, I think, it boosts his secondary effect, so I'm able to use Bite to flinch down the Banette, and then Shadow Ball will knock him out. Next up, she can switch out to a Dusknoir. I should have Bite here. I just could have flinched it, but luckily it doesn't freeze me, and then Shadow Ball will knock him out. Next up, she can switch out to her Gengar. I want to Bite it. I want to Bite it again just in case. I don't know. I couldn't. I was like, can I switch out to something? I don't want it to knock me out. Bite it. Luckily, it flinches again, and then Shadow Ball will knock him out. Next up, the Cofagrigus comes out next. I want Shadow Ball to knock him out. Crits him perfectly, and then Lantern comes out. He's gonna miss his attack. I think it's Siphon they try to use. Hydro Pump. I would think I would have lived a Hydro Pump. My Shadow Ball again would knock out the Lantern, and we got through Phoebe. Next Elite Four member we're going to face off is Serena. Serena's giving me the Grass type Elite Four member. She can start the battle using her Sunflora. I'm going to fly, knock out the Sunflora. And then she can switch out to her Ferrothorn. I decided to switch out to my water type because Poliwrath also has fighting type moves. I want Hypnosis and then belly drum up against him. I have a Citrus Berry to regain some HP just in case. I could Pummel and knock out the Ferrothorn. And then he's going to switch out to a Shuckle. Pummel will knock out that thing as well. And also Meganium cannot outspeed me. And then Pummel will knock that thing out as well. Next up, she can switch out to a Vileplume. I know I can't knock this thing out with any of my moves. So I decided to switch out to my Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl will knock it out using Fly. Unfortunately, it gets poisoned, so it's kind of dangerous out here. Iron Head will knock him out, and then Renewcleus comes out next. I decided to switch out to my Lantern. Does not take a move too easily. So I switched out into my Jolteon. Also does not take a move easily. So I need to switch out back into my Aerodactyl to sack it, unfortunately. I do get a Fly off to do some damage, but luckily for us, we do have Dunsparce in the back with Cloudburst. Cloudburst will one-shot the Renewcleus and would clear through the second Elite Four member. Unfortunately, we do lose one of our members. If we beat 2 Elite Four members, we only lose one of our Pokemon. That's a fair trade-off, I guess. Next up, we're going to face off against the Fairy-type Elite Four member, Bead. Oh, is it Bead from Sword and Shield? That's kind of cool. Anyways, we're going to yawn down the Wigglytuff. It's going to miss his Sweet Kiss, so I assume it's going to use it again. Cloudburst and do some damage. Switch out into my Poliwrath to Hypnosis it, and then Belly Drum up. I also have Citrus Berry again. Waterfall would knock out the Wigglytuff. Then he's going to switch out to a Sylveon. I could Waterfall, knock him out as well. Unfortunately, he's going to switch out to a Azumarill. I know I can knock. I should have put Earthquake. It only has so many moves, so I can't really do too much about that. But I should have put Earthquake. So decided to switch out to my own Tentacruel. I'm going to overcharge it. I have a Cherry Berry on, which will negate all status move from the overcharge. So I'm able to knock out the Azumarill, and then I'm able to overcharge once again on the Bisharp. Unfortunately, I feel like if I went back in time and Thunderbolted the Azumarill, it would have been easier. But now I got to switch out into my Poliwrath, and Poliwrath is going to Waterfall and knock out the Bisharp for us. He's going to switch out to his Colossal Goomy. I don't know what this is. So I don't want to risk my Poliwrath. I want to switch into my Lantern. Luckily, Lantern could do some damage to it. I don't know why I Willow. So switch out into my Jolteon to do some damage, and then Thunderbolt will knock him out. Finally, Beat's final Pokemon will be Togekiss. I'm able to Thunderbolt, and with Speed Boost, I outspeed him even though I'm paralyzed. I'm able to knock out the Togekiss, and we finished the 3rd Elite Four member without losing a single Pokemon. Next up, we're going to face off against Drake though. Drake's giving me the Dragon-type Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle against him using our Tentacruel. I have an air balloon on it just in case, because most Dragon types do have Earthquake, so I want to Ice Beam down the Dragonite. I get a Freeze on it. Unfortunately, it didn't matter because he has a Lumberry. He's going to Dragonite up again for no reason, so I can Ice Beam, knock him out, which is okay. Then he's going to switch up to his Flygon. I Ice Beam him. Somehow, Ice Beam does not knock him out. And then he's going to Draco. He's going to break my air balloon. I'm able to outspeed, knock him out. And I also outspeed the Garchomp and knock him out. I think with a crit. I think that was a crit. Salamence comes on next. I'm able to Ice Beam, knock him out to low HP. Unfortunately, Tentacruel goes down, but I can switch out to my Jolteon to knock him out. And then I thought Shadow Ball was going to be super effective against the Dragapult. It's not. So I look goofy here. My Jolteon's almost dead. Luckily, can pick it up and knock out the Dragapult. And then my Dunsparce goes down, unfortunately. Switch into my Lantern. Lantern cannot do too much. Thunder will knock him out in one shot. And then finally, the only Pokemon I have an option for is my Poliwrath. I can pummel down Dunsparce and luckily knock him out as I take a Thunder, and we beat Drake. Unfortunately though, it caught up to me. I lose 3 more members, so it is a 2-member game against the champion with my Poliwrath and my Jolteon. Ironically, my first 2 Pokemon of this shiny hardcore Nuzlocke. So I decided to put Earthquake on my Poliwrath over Waterfall, and then head into the battle against Watson. Watson's giving me the Water type Elite Four champion of the game. I'm gonna start the battle against him using my Poliwrath. I'm gonna Hypnosis him down, and then I'm gonna pummel him. Luckily, he stays asleep for me just enough to knock him out. I'm running out of pummel PP. He's gonna switch out to his Electric type Tentacruel. I decided to switch out into my Jolteon. Jolteon does not have Volt Absorb, so he's gonna have to take the overcharge. Tentacruel is gonna get paralyzed in itself, so it's actually kind of good as he goes down to a liquidation. Luckily for us, I can switch out to my Poliwrath, can Earthquake and knock out the Tentacruel. Next up, he's going to switch out to his Lapras. I'm going to put that thing to sleep and then Belly Drum up. Where is my Citrus Berry? I did not put a Citrus Berry on. Should I put a Citrus Berry on? Anyways, Pummel will knock out the Lapras. Ludicolo comes on next. He's going to take a Pummel to the face and gets knocked out. Earthquake will knock out the Groudon, and his final Pokemon will be a Milotic. I'm able to 2-shot it with Earthquake and survive an Ice Beam. No Moonblast, no nothing like that. We beat Wallace. We're our final Pokemon with Poliwrath. This is basically, instead of a hardcore Nuzlocke, this is basically one of those comp analysis videos at this point, because Poliwrath cleans up, it carries us through the entire game, which is amazing for us. So, anyways, we do end up beating the challenge. We lose every single Pokemon possible, but we do beat the challenge, and that is the end of the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It means a lot to me. If you guys can, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It really helps my channel. And my name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.